Ending month of speculation, Rishi Sunak has announced the dates for the general election in the UK. Sunak named July the 4th as the polling date. The surprise move overturned expectations regarding an autumn election.
Today, I spoke with His Majesty the King to request the dissolution of Parliament. The King has granted this request, and we will have a general election on the 4th of July.
Reports claim that Sunak's strategy could be a risky move, as the Conservatives are running way behind Labour in the opinion polls. Despite hailing a decline in inflation and an increasing defence spend, the Sunak government has failed to make a dent in the opposition party's lead. Well, after the announcement, the leader of Britain's opposition party, the Labour Party, Sir Keir Starmer, said that the national elections would give the country the opportunity to end the chaos of Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's Conservative government.
And if they get another 5 years, they will feel entitled to carry on exactly as they are. Nothing will change. A vote for Labour is a vote for stability, economic and political. A politics that treads more lightly on all our lives. A vote to stop the chaos.
The leader of the Liberal Democrats, Sir Ed Davey, welcomed Prime Minister Sunak's calling of an early election, saying that he should have done it months ago. And John Swinney, the leader of the Scottish National Party, said that he was pleased with Sunak's decision too. But that the decision was an act of disrespect, as Scotland would be having their school summer holidays at the time. Meanwhile, Sunak launched his campaign in an East London exhibition centre. He told supporters and members of his cabinet that Britons faced a choice over their future. Pointing to signs of an economic recovery in the UK, Sunak hailed falling inflation and economic growth at its fastest pace in almost 3 years as evidence of his party's reputation as the natural party of government. The US is shifting. We're joined now live by John Bevere from London for some more analysis on this news. John, quite a dramatic day here in the UK yesterday. The starting gunners fired. Rishi Sunak announcing that election in the pouring rain. Sir Keir Starmer giving his comments. Give us your assessment on, firstly, the decision to go early and also what we can expect over the coming 6 weeks.
Yeah, I think it was certainly a surprise, wasn't it, that Rishi Sunak has announced this summer election. Certainly, most senior Conservatives who would talk about this mostly off the record and without their names being mentioned were saying that they were all expecting an autumn election, really to give the country some more time to try and maybe improve the economies slightly more. And then also as well to try and be able to claim that progress was being made to deal with illegal migration. So there was a feeling that some of these long-awaited flights to Rwanda would take off before an election was called, so that the government would be able to say, look, we are the only people, as they put it, with a plan to deal with illegal migration. What we've heard this morning, though, is that because of this summer election that the Prime Minister has called, no flights to Rwanda are going to take off before the election date. So despite the hundreds of millions of pounds that have been spent on the policy, what's very much been seen as a flagship policy, no flights are going to take off before the election, and Labour have said they will scrap the scheme. So if Rishi Sunak doesn't become Prime Minister, that whole topic seems like it will all disappear. That policy, just one of the things that a lot of people will be looking out for on the campaign trail. We've also heard from the Labour Party as well. They're using the word change to try and sum up what they want to get across during the election campaign as well. So expect to hear Sir Keir Starmer using the word change a lot. He will be trying to persuade voters that a vote for him is the only way that things are going to change and the only way that things are going to improve. Rishi Sunak, on the other hand, we heard it yesterday, we've heard it again this morning, talking to the media here in the UK. Rishi Sunak is going to be telling people that he's the only man for the job, that he has the big ideas, the bold policies. He's criticised the Labour Party for not coming up with specific policy ideas, and that has been a fairly widespread criticism of the Labour Party. They haven't been going into specifics in order to try and appeal to a wide voter base. So expect that from Rishi Sunak. It will be interesting to hear just how quickly the Labour Party start nailing their colours to the mast and coming up with some very specific policies so that they can try and persuade people to vote for them in July.
Yeah, it's bound to be a fascinating 6-week campaign trail from now. John Bevere joining us live there. Many thanks for your insights.